team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars in Lavelle Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the UCF Knights, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Knights will kick it away to start us off. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cougars' offense is on the field for the first time today. And, David, this offense is built around keeping it on the ground and feeding the beast at running back.
Yeah, and he is a grown ace man. That dude, it starts and ends with him. Jesse, how nice is it to have a running back that you can turn, hand the ball to? He's going to get positive chunks. Defenses fear him. That's a really nice place to start on offense.
And it doesn't matter how many guys they have in the box, right? Every single week, defense is key on stopping this guy, and none of them can do it. He is so dynamic, a true game changer for this offense.
Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Roberts. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
Red pass, it's complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Finds the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. So UCF's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run, blitzing, against the pass. They're all over the field, Palmer.
Yeah, and I think for this offense, you want to be able to establish the run. I think the big key for them is going to be working the double teams in the zone game and getting into the second level. You've got to try and cover these linebackers up and get a hat on them. If you don't, they're going to run free and they're going to destroy your game.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Caught over the middle, it's Hughes. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage, and you can hit that curl route, and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
The Knights have this offense rolling. Using his legs, it's Montgomery. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Off the play fake. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fix going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hughes. There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Got a little space. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Then they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Looking for a man, it's Bachmeier. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Snagged out of the air. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield. It's Hagan. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Roberts. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Got it in the middle, it's Martin. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter as we get ready to get things started. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Looking to throw on 1st down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
That was a nice swat. Even Dikembe Mutombo would love to wave his fingers side to side and say, no, no, no.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. sends it back in motion. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Right on target this time. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hughes. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Jackson will throw. Firing to the right, complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than they did here, but it was still a positive game.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. Got him downfield. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down.
There he goes. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in it.
It's a fumble! And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
Ball is at the 35. It's first and 10.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. He'll pull it on the read. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Steps away. Makes a man miss. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. At the 35, he's open.
This defense prides themselves on effort and pursuit. Quarterback there did a great job scrambling, so much so that he was able to get downfield, and it looked like it was going to be a big play, but all that pursuit from the defense and their effort, getting to the ball, knocking it out, and coming away with a big turnover.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Wants to fire on second down. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Knights. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. That's caught. It's Roberts. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down. Clock's running. Back to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Fires to the big fella. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. BYU with the 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Martin. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Snagged in the middle. It's Martin. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got it in the middle. It's Ryan. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll leave it with him. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Jackson gonna throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's Thomas. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team inside Lavelle Edwards Stadium.
BYU about to kick it off to open the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
The play-action fake. The throw. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
There he goes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on.
That penalty cost them a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. He fires a bullet to the right. Makes a grab deep. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Caught over the middle. It's Wade.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice.
Oh, he's got some space. Tackle was made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a 1st down. The Knights are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. 2nd down coming up. Here's the handoff. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete. Back to throw. It's Bachmeier. Gets it out fast. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Powers through the defender. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Ryan. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism, though.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
Man, I'll tell you, this quarterback has got things you simply cannot coach. How about that situation? 3rd, it's a passing situation. The defense knows that they do a great job in coverage, but this guy just has tools. He's got physical attributes and speed and elusiveness, things he can't coach, that allows him to go pick up the 1st down and keep the offense on the field.
Caught behind the line. It's Hagan.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
On On third down, he drops to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Roberts. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That brings them to within 1. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. As a result, they lose yardage.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Jackson will throw. Fires to the tight end. Tackle is made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. We've reached the end of the period, and it's UCF holding the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The hand to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And with the lead late in this football game, I expect to see more of this from this offense. And what am I telling my running back, who's already put the ball on the ground once today? 2 hands on the football. We're not fighting for all this extra yardage. Like, protect the football. We cannot put that thing on the deck.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Well, you got to think in his mind right now, ball security is at a premium, right? He's had a problem with that earlier in this game, but with the lead now late in the game, yards aren't as important as taking care of the football. And I think he's doing a better job of that now late.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Knights kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. Pulls it in, breaks into score.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
UCF 14, BYU 6.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to throw again. Catch in the middle, it's Martin.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Grab near the sticks, it's Hagan. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Now on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Makes the catch, it's Hagan. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch.
Turning it on! Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Hagan. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Back to pass on 2nd down. The short hands. It's Phillips. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quick strike complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Wants to go up top. Trying to find the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Cougars.
And you got half your work done now. Great execution, getting the score, but now we got to go for 2. Under 2 minutes left in the game. We don't know if we're going to get the football back. We get our 2-point play ready, and we roll with it.
He makes the grab for the 2, and he ties the game here in the 4th. Coming out with it, it's Peterson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. There's enough time to get the ball down the field good, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
The Knights have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. And off from the shotgun. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
All knotted up. Is free football in the forecast, or can this offense win it here? Got it in the middle. It's Montgomery. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. The Knights can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grabbed over the middle. It's Montgomery. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. 3rd down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Snagged in the middle. It's Thomas. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
The Knights can really attack on this 2nd and short. Jackson gonna throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Got it in the middle, it's Wade. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Time to take a shot. The pass is incomplete and 1 second is left. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. He'll take another shot here. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably maybe 1 possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Paul. We're like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Hand off to the single running back. Touchdown, Knights! They strike first here in overtime. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open.
Looking for the end zone. Oh, and it's intercepted. A turnover in overtime. And that will put a stamp on it. A game-deciding play as they seal it with a pick. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets, and then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that.
Cookie narration volume set to 100. Menu narration option is set to off. Menu narration option is set to off. Cookie narration volume set to 100.